They'll say I have very good posture. I don't know where this comes from. They say I stand very straight. I'm Paul from the class of 2021. So there was this one time there was like a busker along Bukit Batok MRT. So like along the walkway to the MRT station, and I stopped by and gave him like $10 for like some tissue paper, and I don't know what compelled me to give that amount, I suppose. And he stopped me, and then he was like, "Oh, that's a really big tip, brother." And then I was like, "Oh yeah, no problem. It's really nothing." And then he stopped me, and then we continued to have a half an hour conversation, where he was basically railing against how society was now very morally corrupt, and how that he could tell that I was still one of, the good ones in society. So that was very, very affirming. He also told me not to listen to my parents because eventually they'll be dead and I will have to live with the consequences of my own actions. So that was mildly frightening as well. Definitely a very memorable experience. I think I want to be remembered for being kind. I think that it's a undervalued trait, and I try my best to embody that in the things that I do and the things that I say. That I personally don't believe in like idolizing people. I believe everyone, no matter how great, is flawed on some level. I think you should negotiate your own expectations for what a good life should be. When I was young, I wanted to be an astronaut. I have a lot of escapist fantasies of like running very, very far away from civilization. And like as I grow older, it kind of morphed into like owning a boat, or like owning a ship of my own that I could just like sail around. I like to still think that that'd be very fun, you know, having that sense of like agency and freedom in your own life. I think Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence by Ryuichi Sakamoto. I think it's very gentle, and somehow it manages to be both melancholy and hopeful at the same time. I think that's a fascinating mix. There's this movie called The Lighthouse. I'm not sure whether I've watched it, but in the movie, like, there's this one scene where Robert Pattinson goes, "Oh no, it's William Defoe." William Defoe goes, "Why'd you spill your beans?" And I don't know why I found that like extremely funny. And like I quote it to my friends all the time, like, "Why'd you spill your beans?" Definitely. I love to cook. I love to bake. And yeah, I think it's a very tangible material way of like expressing your love for someone through the food that you create for them. And yeah, I think it's a very tangible way of like bringing joy to others. I would say the bulk of my cooking I actually did while in the buttery here. I used to bake a lot of pies. It was quite a thing. So I would make like chocolate coconut pies, or like lemon meringue, or like key lime pie. But pies are like super high effort. I don't know, other things. Ooh, I would like to think I make a really good like cheese dip. Yeah. I like peaches. Like soft and fuzzy and sweet, but like not too sweet.